Hello and welcome back to Trial of the Seven Kingdoms. In the previous episode, we basically made everyone peaceful, pretty much. Yeah, everyone is pretty much at peace with us right now, and so as a result of that, I have decided to go into the north, and this is the first thing that we've come across here. Now, you may think, oh, 629. Yeah, that's how many troops we have in our army at the moment, but hilariously enough, this is just me. This is just me and actually three companions, four including myself. And we are helping Mr. Lucand Westerling here against the clan of the Wolfskins, apparently. But yeah, we'll see what we can do here. I'm pretty sure we're going to be achieving victory, but here's the thing. Most of my friends, I guess you could call them, most of my friends, my compatriots, my companions, whatever you want to say, they are very weak. Yeah, they are very weak right now. I'm not even talking about the fact that, you know, themselves as companions are weak, because obviously that is a thing. But what I'm saying is they and their armies are mostly comprised of tier 1, tier 2, and maybe if they're lucky, tier 3 troops. Because I went to Dragonstone, pulled out a whole bunch of people from the garrison there, and basically just chucked them all into their respective armies, just to get some numbers, basically. And I've been attempting to try and find some bandits that are potentially a little bit larger in number, so that I can level these guys up, and maybe that could make a bit of a difference. Ow, got shot in the face. That's not really nice, is it? No, that is not very nice at all. Anyway, let's see what I can do here. Gonna put my infantry and archers over here, but yes, that's the reason why I decided, okay, I'm gonna go into the north, because apparently they are the only ones that are currently at war against us, and we're gonna have to do something about them, obviously. So I thought, well, maybe if we launch a couple of attacks, maybe that's gonna make a difference. Maybe that's going to, you know, goad the North vassals into potentially attacking us or something. I highly doubt that will be the case, to be fair, but you never know. Maybe something like that is going to happen. And if I could literally stop getting shot in the back, that would be very nice indeed. But yeah, we were out there by ourselves, so that is to be expected. But they have a lot of archers, actually. You can see here, these guys have a lot of archers, and they know how to use them, apparently. I really underestimated them quite considerably, because the Wolfskins from the base game, I'm pretty sure these are the same guys. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they are the same guys, but I don't know whether they're going to be using the same units, you see. The same units obviously will make a very, very large difference, because in the grand scheme of things, if I'm up against the Wolfskins and their units, I am supremely confident. But if I am up against them in this mod, well, then I need to reevaluate their particular strengths, as the Wolfskins units themselves are not the greatest and are lacking in quite a few areas. But of course they are a minor faction, so it kind of makes sense. They are a mercenary faction, so of course their units are not going to be as well outfitted as, you know, taking a faction from the base game as you know, the Empire or something like that. They're not going to be the same as that. Anyway, we are able to help this guy out. He's very pleased about that. And I'm not entirely sure whether I should even bother taking these guys prisoner, or should I just let them go. It doesn't really make any difference, to be honest, because if I do take them prisoner, I'm going to be, well, ransoming them almost immediately, and that's pretty much that. But if I let them go, it's the same deal. So, I mean, I guess the one thing I could do is basically keep them in my prisoner's hold. You know, I could put them in Dragonstone and the tower there, the prisoner tower, and I could maybe prevent them from running around any further. But they are so incredibly, well, they're just a non-factor, to be honest. No, I'm not trying to be rude to Mr. Patrick right here, but yes, indeed, he is a very minor nuisance, I suppose. So we will just allow that to happen. And as you can see, I have actually started to use a couple of different units, because someone in the comments of the previous episode was very, very correct in saying, you know what? Why are you not using more units? Obviously speaking to me here, because here's the thing, this is a mod that we've not seen, and I'm talking from your perspective right now. So generally, it would be a good idea to kind of showcase more of the units available in the mod. And that is very, very true, and definitely something I should have done. Obviously, we have taken a look throughout the series in the troop tree menu, and I personally love those. I think the troop trees are super, super fun to look at because they generally give every single thing. They give stats, they give equipment, they give every single thing that the units are going to be using. And generally, I would like to be able to show off more units. So in the, well, probably in this episode, and maybe another one, I'm not entirely sure when the series will end at this point, but I feel like right now, the Westerlands is pretty much unstoppable. I don't think they are capable of losing at this point. So that's the reason why I was saying that. Anyway, let's actually just take a quick look here real fast. If I can use the scroll wheel, scroll bar effectively, that would be kind of nice. Anyway, here we go. Okay, soldiers become footmen, and then they go into house guards. Then they can also become these guys with really good polearm skill, and they can also become these things with 200 bow skill. That's actually pretty cool, but I actually would like some more infantry, so I'm actually gonna level up these Dragonstone recruits into soldiers, and that's hopefully going to be kind of nice. So yeah, that's also the reason why I think you also, I think it was you, I'm not entirely sure if it was the same person that left the comment about variety in units, but if it wasn't, well, there you go. I mean, I'm just mentioning it nevertheless. We have a lot of rescued prisoners, right? I'm not talking about these ones right here, which I'm going to take anyway, I'm just going to sell them, but rescued prisoners have been quite varied in the past, and I have not taken them, you see. I've not taken them because I have obviously stipulated that I was going to remain, sort of a Lannister loyalist or a Westerlands supporter for, the most of this series, because obviously we started off in the north and they just weren't doing anything, and they're still not really doing anything. And that kind of makes sense in regards to their geography. You see, that's the main problem here. I think the mod creators probably have to work on that, obviously, as I say, early version of the mod and everything. And yeah, but I mean, you can see here, look at the Westerlands. Look at Mr. Gregor, look at him. He's gone all the way over there to Seaguard Castle, and technically we could, I guess we could declare war against the Ironborn, and we could attempt to take that. I mean, I remember that siege at Pike. Was it at Pike? Or was it at one of the other fiefs? I'm not entirely sure, but in one of the Warband mods, I remember going into Pike and capturing it, and then defending it from a subsequent retaliation from I can't even remember who it was now. Was it the Ironborn themselves? It might have been the Ironborn themselves, or it might have been a different faction. And I was defending from over 1,000 units with about 200, and it was such an epic moment. Really, really fun. I think it was a Clash of Kings. Yes, I think it was a Clash of Kings. Anyway, let's actually go over here and see whether Gregor needs a little bit of assistance. He might. I highly doubt he does. Yeah, no, he's perfectly fine. He is perfectly fine. And you see the disparity here as well, by the way? You see the disparity between Gregor's army and my army and our combat strengths? And you can see here, he has, 400 plus difference in combat strength. That just shows how good his units actually are, and how high tier most of his units are as well. That kind of scares me a little bit, because that means that generally he is a walking juggernaut pretty much. I mean, yeah, we know that already kind of, but yeah, no, the point is he's kind of he's very intimidating indeed. But he has stretched out the hand of the Westerlands and is attempting to grasp some territory, which I gotta say is really, really nice to see, because it's been such a long time since we have, ventured into the north. Because I did venture a little bit of time ago, and we didn't do too badly. I was able to take Greywater Watch from the faction. whoever it was now. I think it was House Forrester or something like that, or the Reeds. Yeah, it was the Reeds. And yeah, it actually didn't go too badly, right? We were able to take it. I mean, I did suffer some pretty, well, not so negligible casualties, but, you know, sometimes you're just going to have to deal with it. Anyway, yeah, this is also a bit of an issue, isn't it? Yes, this is a definite problem. These guys are way too fast for me. Hilariously enough, I'm moving at 8.4 speed, and these guys are moving at 11.2. I mean, really, this is insanity. Okay, maybe I can do something here. Maybe I can get this guy. Yeah, it's highly unlikely. He's three speed, basically. 3 speed faster than I am. It's highly unlikely I'm going to be able to do anything about that. Let's have a look at the rills. Oh, only 178. Okay, let's do this. This is going to be super, super fast. And, oh, okay, the Freys have now declared war on the Westerlands. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know where they are in geographical locations, but I suppose we're going to take a look after that. What should we say, after this siege, and we'll see what we can do. And do you see how fast we're actually building our engineering things now? What's actually going on with that? I have no idea why we are so fast. I suppose it's because we have, what, 4 people in the army or something? Because I remember when we had a couple of those other vassals in there as well, it was making everything so quick. So it's pretty fun to see that. All right, let's take a look at this guy. 92, 76, 76. Okay, we're going to just give this guy a little bit of extra relation with us. And I'm going to go into my perk screen in just a second, because I did level up my leadership and I think my steward skill as well. No, my medicine skill. There we go. Okay, cool. So, small increase to clan life expectancy. Terrible. I mean, at the moment, I think that's kind of terrible. And perfect health. I think this is pretty nice. Food variety increases recovery rate by 5%. That's actually super, super nice, because if you take a look at food variety, where is that? I don't think I have any food variety at the moment, actually. Do I? I'm actually kind of surprised. Why doesn't this... no, there we go. It's under morale. Okay, I understand. I actually thought it was under food, but it's under morale. Of course it is, because it obviously does provide you with more morale, which is very good. So, yes, 7. So that means that we gain, 35%? Increased recovery rate. I mean, I think that's an absolutely insane perk. Really, really useful. Anyway, let's take a look here. Leader of the masses or presence. Increase security in a town per day while waiting. Or leader of the masses, increase party size by +5 for each town you control. And heroes generate shared experience. I'm going to go for the heroes generating shared experience, and we'll see how that goes. And speaking about heroes as well, by the way, and the whole companion discussion from the previous episode, I'm not going to touch upon that just now, because things and people get really aggressive about that kind of stuff, so I'm just going to leave it alone for the moment. But what I do want to say is that I think the next series might be something that a lot of you might look forward to, and I'm going to see if I can maybe make it entertaining or make it work in general, because it's a little bit difficult with the viability, but I'm going to see how it goes. It's a bit experimental. I don't know whether it's going to work. It's going to be a little bit I can't really give any details right now, because I'm still sort of ironing out all of the problems. And there are a few problems, yes indeed. Anyway, once those are done, hopefully I'll be able to begin, and then, you know, we'll see if you like it or not. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll absolutely hate it, and then I'll be like, oh, sad face. Yes, indeed. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I am very much wondering, where's our battery? Okay, our battering ram hasn't been destroyed yet. I'm very surprised about that. Usually it gets destroyed super fast. Okay, I'm just going to stand round about here. Hopefully I'm not going to get shot. Am I getting shot by that archer over there? No, I'm not. Okay, that's relatively good. And... Oh, wait a minute. I am getting shot now a little bit. In my arm, no less. Thank you very much. I need that arm. I need that arm for some very important slaying in just a second. Thank you very much. And it seems like Rill's castle is super easy to take. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. I mean, obviously, it's not... I mean, I'm not complaining, to be honest. But yeah, it's a little bit Ooh, this is really nice, actually. These kinds of areas I really love because it makes you feel kind of safe, but unfortunately then you get shot in the face. So that is not not that safe, not that safe. Okay, I'm just going to stand here by the gate then and wait for this to just slam into it. There we are. And now let's get out my sword. I'm going to have to go into a two-handed stance. There we are. Now we've just added massive amounts of damage. Massive amounts of damage, he says, and then does 8. Yes, indeed. You know what? I think I'm going to probably switch back to my other weapon as well. I personally don't like this weapon. I think it's a bit too short. Doesn't really provide the same kind of impact that I was hoping for, to be honest. Because even though it's really fast, and I actually like that a great deal because that means that I can effectively participate in duels, and I don't have to worry about enemies getting the best of me, basically. Because I'm always going to beat them in terms of attack speed. But the way that the reach really makes a huge difference is just kind of grinding my gears at the moment, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, I want to attack this plant. Oh, I can't. Look at that. I'm too far away. Yeah, the other sword would be able to cut down that plant. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Anyway, there it is. We have managed to capture this. I obviously do not have the ability to decide whether this goes to me or whether it goes to someone else, but I would very much like to see if the North decides to, shall we say, launch some kind of counterattack. Because if they do try for a counterattack, I might like to do a bit of a defense. I feel like a defense could be super, super fun. Alright, so someone actually pointed out that I am not getting experience for weapons. Okay, so now here's the thing. I'm not sure whether you missed that episode, but I actually do have the perk that gives me experience for weapons, because I think you said something like, why are you not taking your weapons from the loot? Because you're not getting experience for them, so you're basically just wasting money. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you looking out for me. However, we do have the Steward perk that does provide us with experience. As you can see right here, I'm just going to put 10 of these Rusty Dragonstone swords in, and boom, there you go. 18,000 instead of 15,000 right there. And speaking of that, I might as well now just switch around my sword, and there we have it. Sounds pretty good. All right, so yeah, we do have that, so I just wanted to clear that up as well, so you don't have to worry about us wasting money or anything, even though we do have an overwhelmingly abundant amount of cash at the moment. Anyway, let's see what I can... Oh, I actually did not mean to leave right there. If we had a very large army outside right then and there, I would have gotten engaged upon, and I probably would have ended up absolutely getting murdered. So, thankfully, there wasn't a very large army outside. Okay, let's have a look here. These guys, I don't really care about any of them, so we'll just vote for the most popular one, I suppose. You know, that sounds like a good plan. Okay, so let's take a look here. I want to see the current state of the map. And the reason why I went over here, by the way, is so that we would have a potential place for some of our friendly vassals to potentially go, so that they might be able to sort of launch attacks from there. Because as it stands right now, it's a pretty long journey. It's a pretty long journey from the Westerlands territories. Ah, hello there. Okay, so the Freys, as you can see, the Freys actually have control over Hague's castle as well as the twins, and I believe that's it. Yeah, that seems to be about it. They are going to lose the twins very, very fast, because as you can see right here, Tywin is coming up with almost 3,000 units in his army. I mean, really, he is putting me to shame right now. He is putting me to shame right now. Absolutely. What an absolute beast. Okay, yeah, but we unfortunately do not have an overwhelming amount of troop capacity. So, obviously that makes a bit of a difference. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to leave here. I don't really care too much about the castle, because it's not mine, obviously, but I don't want it to get taken by some random, so I'm going to see if I can maybe do battle with this fellow. We are... do I want to do an auto-resolve, or do I just want to go... You know what? I'm just gonna do an auto resolve here. Did we lose many units? Yeah, we actually lost quite a few. Ah, I was not anticipating that. Oh well, never mind, never mind. I suppose it is because we do have some very low tier people. I should probably remember that, but I'm kind of wanting them to level up faster as well. So whenever we do that kind of thing, anyone that survives is going to gain so much experience that it's going to make a pretty big difference, or at least you can hope, you know, you can hope that that's going to be the case. Anyway, I'm actually going to make my way over to where Tywin is now, because I'd actually like to see how many units are in the garrison of the twins. Ah, the Vale has declared war against us as well now. Okay, well, obviously they are going to start doing that whole thing now, where they just basically go, oh yes, we're going to declare war against you, and oh yeah, that fellow next to me is also going to declare war against you, and so on and so on and so on and so on until everyone is at war against us once again. That's generally how the whole war thing goes in the mod. And I'm not entirely sure what this guy's doing. Did you see that? He literally went into a battle with some bandits and then attempted to slip away. I wonder whether that was a strategy that he was attempting to use. I mean, if it was a strategy, it worked fantastically badly, didn't it? Oh well, never mind, never mind. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so wow, 500 meters away. Okay, that's a very far distance. Okay, let me see here. Can I get my forces into a decent position? I'm just going to tell my vroom vroom mode to be enabled. Thank you. And still 300? Really? These enemies really do not want to fight. This is a very large battlefield. I don't even know what's going on with this battlefield, to be honest. I think that it probably shouldn't be this large, but I suppose when you look at my army, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense, right? Because we have so many units. But when you look at that and you think, oh, well, you know, why are we 600 meters away or 500 or whatever it is? And then all of a sudden you think, oh, yeah, it's because I have 424 units on the battlefield. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? Okay, so let me see what I can do here. I'd like to survive this time at all, so I wouldn't be too adverse to that. Let's tell my forces to charge in. I'm alive? How am I alive? I'm randomly blocking in any direction. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, good. Okay, now I'll tell my... No, not everyone. Tell the infantry to charge in, thank you. And now, my archers, get up here, archers. Archers, I need you to fire against the enemy's archers, please, thank you. How many more times do I have to say archers? I'm not entirely sure. Probably quite a few. Yeah, now I miss the fast attacking sword. See, now that's the problem, you see. Any single time you think to yourself, oh yes, I would like a sword with more reach. Oh, okay, well, here's a sword with more reach. Oh, you know what, I like a sword with more speed. Well, here's a sword with more speed. Yeah, you know, I prefer the one with the reach. Oh yes, well, here's the sword with the reach again. And so on. That always happens. That absolutely always happens. Okay, oh, hello there. Oh. I wanted to murder him with a thrust, but apparently I'm not going to be able to do that. Oh well, never mind. Alright, so we gained some renown, influence, and so on, and now we can hopefully go back and see what's going on at the Twins. 74 units! 74 units leveled up! And we've got another 19,000 experience. Very nice to see that. Okay, so otherwise, yeah, let's finally go back and see how many units they have in here, because maybe we can go in there ourselves. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, okay, wow. This is... These are Goliaths. These are Goliaths in the world of Westeros right now. That is... crazy. Okay, so they actually have gone in. Believe it or not, they have gone in. And they are attacking the Twins right now. They are attacking the garrison there. And you can see here, look at... they have like, what, 750 units or so, right? So they have 750 units total. They've already taken out 100. Tywin has already taken out 100, and he has lost 200 so far. And he has a combat strength of 4,400, and the enemy, who has 1,000 units, has 2,400 combat strength, and he is literally just standing there and feeling very inadequate, isn't he? He's feeling very inadequate. It's like being, you know what, this guy? You know what this guy is? This guy is upset about the companion conversation. Oh yes. This is the guy that is upset about the conversation, and this is everyone else that had a very favorable and cool discussion about it in the comments. But these are the people that are upset about that. But yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Anyway, let's have a look at Tywin here and see whether he can actually achieve victory. I'm pretty sure he will be able to, but he's actually losing a lot of combat strength at the moment. He's trying his best, and I'm sure he's going to be able to do this. King's Landing is actually under siege. Wow. Okay, that might stop Tywin. What do you think? I think he's actually going to go through with this. I mean, he's losing a lot of units, and you can see here they still have 400 defenders. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually stops the siege. You know what? I'm gonna. Oh, I can't pass by. I can't pass by here actually. Okay, I should be a little bit careful. Thank you. Okay, can I go across now? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good. Whew. I was a little bit worried there for a second. Okay, so I basically cannot stay there because if Tywin does indeed get defeated, or indeed he does stop the siege, then I don't really want to get stopped myself. So what I'm gonna do is I will attempt to go over to King's Landing. We'll see what we can do there. Hague's castle was taken. I mean, obviously it was going to be. And the Vale has now declared war, so we obviously now have the ability to besiege Raven Tree Hall, which is actually super fantastic, because that is one of the things that's closest to us. Okay, wow, this guy has 1,400 units. Okay, I won't be able to fight him, and I won't be able to fight him. Okay. Well, how many units do they have in King's Landing? Not many. Wow. Okay, not many at all. You can see that. Look at this. Why do they have so few? They only had 440 or so in the garrison here at King's Landing. This makes no sense. Okay, well, I guess it's going to get taken then. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Tywin has been successful in his efforts to take the twins. But what is going to happen now as a result of his, well, should we say persistence? Because now the twins are actually now being besieged by the north, hilariously enough. So where is Tywin now? Was he defeated? Oh, you know where, oh wait, you know where he is? I know where he is. He's inside the garrison at the twins. Okay, now that's a power move right there. That is a power move by Mr. Tywin. I don't know whether he's going to be successful in defending the twins against an army from the north, because we know how powerful the north can be sometimes. You know, if they actually do something, then they can be extremely strong. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm actually hoping that King's Landing will eventually get to a point where we might be able to help out. It's not looking good so far. Wow. Yeah, this is generally not looking good at all. Oh, no, they took it. They took it. Yeah, they did actually end up taking it. Okay. So King's Landing has now been taken, but do you think I can take it back? Can I go in there really, really fast? Wait a minute. What? What happened? Did I black out for a second and then be like, what? What's happening here? Oh, they came out of the, okay, yeah, that's an AI thing. Okay, I understand. I'm gonna have to try and get away here. We're gonna lose 187. Okay. I mean, that's from the entire army, of course. Okay, I had no idea that he was actually inside the garrison there. I thought he went off to the right side to maybe besiege Stonehenge. which is hilarious. Stonehenge, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, yeah, so we are now basically down in the dumps, and we pretty much cannot do anything else because we're going to have to spend a whole bunch of time trying to get our forces back on their feet. But yeah, that's the nature of things. I actually did not realize that he had just popped out of King's Landing. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to do that, but that's just, I don't know, that's just me. I'm gonna get accused of whining about something again, no doubt, even though I'm just literally talking about game development and suggestions and ideas. That's it, you know. Oh well, never mind. Okay, now we're gonna make peace. We're gonna make peace with the Riverlands and renegotiate by paying them 1,900. I find that so incredibly funny. Okay, I have no idea why we are consistently doing that. I mean, literally, this guy has 700 combat strength, and we are giving him 1,900 gold every single day. I mean, I think that's kind of funny. Anyway, Raventree Hall is still someone else's. King's Landing has been taken. We have taken the Twins, which is pretty good. Rills has been taken back, obviously, as you might expect, because it is just so far away. And maybe we're going to be able to take Blackhaven and Evenfall and all that stuff too. But I think for now, that's going to be it for this episode. Probably going to do probably one more. I would say one more because, as I say, this is very much a case of, it's kind of like a tug of war sort of situation, but I personally feel like the Westerlands is eventually going to win it. If you take a look at their combat strength, it has gradually continued rising over the whole course of this campaign, and I don't know whether it's going to get any different, because eventually the Westerlands will just be able to overpower anyone, with the exception of the North, but the North don't really do much. You see, that's the main issue there. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.